We did a what? Top 10 6 men of the year, or are we just gonna talk about the best 6 men of the year?
We just talk about it. It's hard to rank them because, like, I mean, if you
I
just go
rank
at,
my top 5.
like, if you go at people like Ginobili, yeah,
All right,
it'll be like
look,
top.
all right, look, don't spoil it, don't spoil it. I rank my
Yeah.
top 5. I rank my top 5. We gonna roll off that. Want to do that?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's start it off. Best 6 men of all time. We're gonna decide who the best 6 man of all time right now. Let's go. First off, in my top 10, but not my top 5. We already talked about him earlier. Bill Walton.
I ain't got him on mine.
Oh damn, he ain't make it top 10. Okay. The
No.
reason I put Bill Walton because he was on that big team for Boston, won that championship. I gave a lot of credit to dudes who helped teams win a championship. I gave credit to that more than like how good you was off the bench. So that's why Bill Walton kind of made he made my top 10. He didn't make my top 5 though, but yeah, shout out to Bill Walton.
So if I'd have had him ranked and basically at number 10, I don't know if you got him on your list. Ricky Pierce.
I do not have Ricky Pierce. Fuck is that?
Ricky Pierce. Yeah, he was playing for like Seattle or some shit. But for like 6 years, he was coming off the bench. He was scoring either 19 or 20 points a game. He was just one of them. He was just one of those consistent off the bench scores. He ain't. He was playing for Seattle, I think, so he don't get the fucking recognition like everybody else. And plus, I think he only won 6 Man of the Year award. But I just put him up there for the consistency.
He definitely made mine because I didn't know who the fuck he was. Sound like you did your homework on him, though.
Yeah, and he's not related to Paul Pierce. I looked it up.
Need some water?
Now I know what Doc Rivers going through.
All right, so next up, not my top 10, Aaron McKee.
You got Aaron McKee up there?
Aaron McKee helped the Sixers. He was probably the second best player on that team offensively in 01.
Wait, hold on. You did the best 6 Man of the year, or you just did the best 6 Man?
6 man.
And you got Aaron McKee up there?
Did you look at the list?
I did.
Look, you remember what Aaron McKee was doing in 01?
Man, Aaron McKee only scored 12 points a game.
Fine. Jason Terry.
All right, I got Terry on my list.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you talk about
Hey, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I just McKee had that 1 year, and it was like, fuck you.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't want to go too far off the list, but I won't. There's only 2 dudes who deserve to be who I feel like 6 men because how they played. Everybody else 6 men I put on here because how they contribute to a championship or something like that. I'm sorry, they got 3 dudes on here who they didn't win a championship. They were just ballers that was off the bench, and that's why I kind of put. But like McKee was helping them to the champ. He helped the team to a championship. That's why I was like, all right, let me give him some love. But if you're gonna go to Jason Terry route, I truly understand.
Yeah, I give it to Terry. Terry, he was always good for scoring 17 a game. He won 6 Man of the Year. And, of course, he helped Dallas win that championship. Yeah. I fuck
All
with
right.
Terry.
Next up, I got Def LeShrimp.
All right, I got him on this. I believe I have him on my list.
Yeah. Another I mean, he was just a ball off the bench. He was one of the 3 people I'm saying. He was a ball off the bench. The Seattle wasn't really when he was coming off the bench. Seattle, I didn't think Seattle was no title contender like that. But then again, I think that was the 90s. So if it wasn't the Bulls, we weren't talking about shit back then.
Right.
So, but hey, Def LeShrimp though, you hear the name, Def LeShrimp? That's fire. So
I always wonder what his full name is.
It's probably something wild.
Yeah, probably some shit I don't even want to know. Fuck it. You keep it at deadlift shrimp.
But yeah, I mean, I don't like, I don't like going over numbers no more. This ain't even that type of show no more.
Right.
We don't try to go with details like that. If you don't remember Death of Shrimp, then you never had NBA Jam, and you should be listening to this podcast. You never played NBA Jam. I'm just being real with you, like, because that's how I first got introduced to him. So, all
Yeah.
right, keep the ball rolling.
What about we got Michael Cooper?
No,
Yeah.
he should have made the list if I'm going by the criteria I was originally going with, but. Now you can speak on
Dang.
Michael Cooper. I seen his name on the list, but I ain't gonna lie, I don't know Michael Cooper like that. I just know he that dog. He that dog dude. It was defensive player of the year, something like that.
Yep. He was always catching the live. They called it the Cooper loop. Yeah. I had to hear these stories from my AT.
Like the Mario bad guy,
What's his name? Oh, King Cooper.
some shit like that. Yeah,
Yeah, you talking about Bowser?
Cooper Loop or some shit like that. That sound like a somebody gonna be on the Mario game.
Oh man.
Nah, I didn't put but I didn't put Mario. I said Mario. I didn't put Michael Cooper, but I know I seen his name on the list. But again, I only think five dudes matters. So I'm gonna still go. I'm gonna keep going through it though. Tony Kukoc.
Nope, I got him on my list.
He had one good year as a six man.
Nah, I mean them Bulls years was nice.
Not because of him. He had one
I
year.
mean, he was coming out the bench for them. Like he ain't win six. I mean, he won 6 man of the year 1 year, but like he was very pivotal to the fucking 3P teams.
Shout out to Aaron McKee. That my bad, dog. My bad. Shout out to Aaron McKee. King was hating early, dog.
Wait, Tony Kukoc was more consistent than Aaron McKee. Yeah, Tony Kukoc was way more consistent
Aaron
than Aaron
McKee.
McKee.
Aaron McKee has a room to say he was the second best offensive player on that Philly team.
That's
Tony
because
Kukoc can't say he was the third best.
he probably was third best.
He probably was. I was trying.
Yeah,
I should have thought about that a little
yeah,
deeper.
he was third best.
Man, you sleeping on that Bulls team was trash. They couldn't. I can't find nobody. Like I knew Kerr wasn't better than him, so it's like, all right, fine. You got Kukoc. Still, shout out to
Shout
Aaron
out to the
McKee, man.
'96 Bulls, man.
Shout out to Aaron McKee, man. He deserves some love in this episode, man. He probably chilling at home, like, you know what? That dude Blizzard Blaze, he's something else. He never forgot. Like, nope.
Let me pull up Kukoc stats versus Aaron McKee stats.
Don't get your feelings hurt. Don't get your feelings hurt.
Man, now you gonna make me pull this shit up now.
I'm only talking prime versus prime.
Oh, if we talking prime, Kukoc was a 20-point scorer.
When?
I think he scored 24. I think he might have scored. He played for Philly a couple years.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. That
I
wasn't off the
know.
bench, though. He was starting back then, though.
Yeah, and he spent some time in Milwaukee. I remember that. I ain't pull up the stats though.
It's all good. We spent too much time on him anyway.
Fucking Aaron McKee.
James Harden. That's my last one who didn't make my top five.
I ain't put Harden on the list neither.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. James Harden kind of weird to put on the list because he what's the best way to put it? He turned into a superstar. So it's kind of hard to remember him and fuck with him as a big man. I mean, as a big man, as a six man, because yeah, when you think about those years, you think like, oh, that's like when he was a rookie. I think after he won a six man a year, didn't that the next year he got traded to Houston?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was short lived, but hey, they got to the finals. Like I said, he fit the criteria of helping your team get to the championship. He fits that criteria perfect, along with Kukoc and the rest of those guys. So I felt like James Harden deserves some love.
Right. Yeah. I I would put him up there, but yeah. I went for dudes that spent multiple years as 6 men. Cause it's like you could have a 3 year run as a 6 man and fucking win the award. Like Harden did. Harden spent like 3 years as a starter. I mean as a bench player. And like
All right,
I
so
went for people. Huh?
how many you got left?
I was looking at I think basically I got the top 5. You probably got. I
All right.
had Jason Terry. I had Jason Terry, Ricky Pierce, Michael Cooper, Tony Kukoc, and I think everybody else probably gonna be on that
That top five.
Michael. Yeah.
All right, so we can go straight to it then. So, like I said, the way I based them out, the way I ranked them, it was contribution to your team, but the true 6 man who I feel like deserve to be the best 6 man is the dude who truly is the baller that's off the bench. Number 5, I got Kevin McHale.
Yeah.
All right, so Kevin McHale, he was on the bench for he was coming off the bench in like what 83 Celtics or some shit like that. 82 Celtics, one of those two.
I think from 82 to 80, like 82 to like 86 or 85, he was just a 6 man.
Some to that nature. He was one of those dudes who was a starter, but he came off the bench. But he put up big numbers, and like I said, he contributed to winning the championship. So I, I mean, there was no reason not to put him on his list.
How we done? We going back and forth or?
Sure. You don't have him at 5. Who you got at 5?
I got Jamal Crawford at 5.
Okay.
Just cause I mean he, he was a man coming off the bench. Yeah, he was nice, but I was looking at everything, and in the playoffs he was shit. And he was a good scorer, but he was also wildly efficient. But he still put on the highlight reel every night. But he'll fuck around and go like 8 for 25 and be like Jamal Crawford had like 19 points. And like nice, but looking at everything as a whole, it was like kind of got to put him down, put him a couple notches down. He did win three 6 man of the year awards, but compared to these other dudes, like it's probably one person I could have flip flopped with, but we'll get to it.
Yeah. It seemed like we went about it completely opposite, but okay.
Yeah,
Number 4, I got Andre Iguodala. I mean, I don't think he won 6 man of the year, but he was a big part of that Spurs dynasty. I mean, it's Spurs dynasty, but the Warriors dynasty. I mean, he a
mm-hmm.
4-time champion just like the rest of them. I know the fourth one he had
Mm-hmm.
shit to do with, but look, I know that first one. The first one he won Finals MVP.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, what more you want out of 6 man, but except to escalate your team to those heights. So
And
I had to give him that.
not to mention, if the debt pointed at us and the aliens like, yeah, we about to attack unless somebody hit the shot, you know who we picking.
No, you know who you and Max picking. Fuck out of here. Hey, who you and Max picking? Like, no.
Damn, you don't want Iguodala?
I'm telling you, y'all gonna be tied up in a closet, y'all with a rag in y'all mouth, playing around like that. Aliens pointing at the fucking earth, y'all picking, calling Iguodala phone. They breaking his phone. Get the fuck out of here.
He probably ain't even gonna answer. Be like, y'all down, y'all. You think you call me? Steph the other number, bro.
We about to say we don't kidnap Steph and get his ass over here right now. Like,
I even take Clay. Give me Clay.
get both y'all ass. And matter of fact, somebody get a scientist and get all their DNA. We about to make the best player. Like, how much time we got for this shot? We're going to
We
inject all
going
the
back in
fucking
time. We
genes.
gonna get Larry Bird.
Yeah, we're gonna dig up some great shooters too. Get their DNA, put it all into one player. We're gonna make this fucking shot.
All we need is Craig Hodges. That's it. Aliens probably run them. Oh, is my go?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, number 4 I got Sweet Lou Williams.
Lemon pepper Lou.
Lemon pepper Lou. I forgot about the wings. Yeah, he was just like Crawford, but he played a little better in the playoffs, and he 3-time, three-time six man of the year. He got buckets, and yeah, Lemon Pepper Lou. He just retired. Should be a Hall of Famer.
All right, I ain't mad at you on that. I ain't mad at you on that. I got a little more to say about lemon pepper Lou. A little more pepper, little more. I got a little more seasoning for him. A little more seasoning for him. Number 3, Manu Ginobili.
Ginobili!
Yeah, pretty much Ginobili. To a lot of people, he's the standard of six man. Um, Come off the bench, contribute, do your job, go home, hit big shots. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm gonna get into reasons why he number 3 on my list when I go over the top 2. But I think if we talk about people who help contribute to their team and help their team to a championship, I think Ginobili did it better than Mikal and Iguodala. Um, to me, Iguodala's over gas because he stuck LeBron because he I said wow pause. He was about to he played defense on LeBron in the 2015 finals, but beyond that everything else was role player shit. Like he ain't hit no real crazy big shot. He did role player shit. Hit a big layup, did transition shit. He ain't really do nothing that stuck out to me. Ginobili hit big shots. Ginobili got Ginobili had Greg Popovich about to pull out his hair at some point, and then all of a sudden he had him Ginobili about to give him a raise. So I even think Ginobili had a chance. He had a chance to win a Finals MVP in one of those finals, but still, Ginobili my number 3.
My number 3, I got Kevin McHale. Just
Okay.
off of like you said before, he only spent like 3 years as the sixth man, won a couple championships. I think he won six man of the year. I think he made an all NBA team, whatever. But fuck the stats, whatever. But like, yeah, I put him at number 3. He was a good scorer, one of the best big men with the best footwork I always hear about. And yeah.
All right. All right. So number 2, I got I got Jamal Crawford. So
Alright.
Jamal Crawford, probably the if I had to rank him in a different style, he's probably the 3rd best player on this. Maybe 4th. I don't know about Andre Iguodala, but he's probably the 3rd or 4th best player, just straight up basketball player on this list. And I think that's what I was trying to give glory to or give shine to on the players who was straight up balling.
Right.
And you knew once he come off the bench, like it don't matter what team he was on, it don't matter what's the scenario, you know he about to get down. And Jamal Crawford was truly the definition of that. Now, of course, he wasn't contributing and winning like that, but the dude was always good for a show, and he can get your team back in the game when you probably think he got subbed in the game just to finish out the game. Like, oh, we down by 20. All right, Coffee, you can get in there. All of a sudden, you're down by 60. Calling your starter like, get your ass back in the game, and it's all because of Jamal Crawford. So I felt like I want to give him his love, so I put him at number 2 on the list.
Man, I feel you on that. Like I said, it just he easily could have been number 1 on the list. I just looked at everything in the grand scheme of everything, like far as full contribution and everything. I mean, that's regular season award, but in the playoffs, we got some dudes step up more than others. And my number 2 is Ginobili. Just because the piggyback off of everything you said before,
Oh,
and his biggest accomplishment, he caught a bat out of mid-air. That's what I look at.
man, that dude probably low key crazy and we just let him slide.
He is crazy. He grew his
Like,
hair out when he had the long hair. He was definitely looking like a serial killer.
dude catch bats and we just like, oh, thank goodness you saved us, man. No, we like that's probably low key crazy. We just letting him slide.
That's some shit he do at home. Probably sitting on the balcony, just ah catching bats out there.
All right. So clearly my number one is Lou Will. Now let me explain. Lou Will my number one because I think outside of Harden, he the best basketball player on this list. And outside of Crawford and probably definitely Shrimp, well, definitely Shrimp even had Garrett Payton. But I'm gonna go through the whole list. Ginobili had Duncan. Iguodala had Steph. Bill Walton had Bird. McHale had Bird. Harden had KD. Aaron McKee had Allen Iverson. Kukoc had Jordan. Terry Porter. Jason Terry had Dirk Nowitzki. Or when he was off the bench.
Who Terry?
Yeah, that was Dallas,
Terry
huh?
was always off the bench when he got there.
Okay, so yeah, he had Dirk. I can't say the same for Jamal Crawford. Well, unless you see, I mean, he had the Clippers run, but there was no all timers on these dudes' team. Lou Will, I don't think he ever played with an all timer himself either. Like if you hypothetically put Lou Will on, what's a team? What's a good team? I don't know. If you put him on the Warriors,
He
if you
played.
coming
He
up the
played
bench
with
for the Warriors,
Kobe. He played with Kobe during the bad years.
what bad years? You talking about the 06 years?
No, after the Achilles.
Oh well, nah, yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying all these other dudes played with a legend during their prime. Lou Will and Jamal Crawford didn't have that glory, and I do look at it
I
like we
mean,
go by skill.
Lou Will started out with Philly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but he wasn't. I wasn't Lou Will. We know.
Oh yeah. He didn't take off till like. I mean, he was good, but he didn't
Yeah,
really take
toward
off.
like once Philly started fall, like once AI started falling off, Lou Will was coming up. Lou Will came up with Iggy. Seemed like,
Yeah,
or was it Drew Holiday?
all of them.
He was on that. He was in Philly that whole time.
He was in Philly up until I think they went back to the red, white, and blue outfits.
Nah, I know
Uniform.
that, but I know That's sure. That's after Iggy. Then that's Drew Holiday
Lou, I
time.
think Lou got. I think Lou got drafted in like. He might have got drafted in like '08, '09.
Well, look. Anyway, I think he the best six man of all time. Like I said, I'm going by strictly skill. If you put Lou Will on any of those teams, they still win a championship. Lou Will just had a blessing of being with an all time great, and that's why he didn't win a championship. And I have him at number one.
Bro. Uh, Now my number one simple. I had to go all the way old school on you. Hondo Havlicek. Because he was the sixth man. He won like six of his championships as a six man for Boston, coming out the bench scoring like 19 a game.
Wait,
And
who it
then with
is?
Hondo. Huh?
Who you number one?
Hondo Havlicek.
Oh shit! I
Yeah.
forgot about fucking Hondo, bro. And
Yeah.
he in that Harden situation. For
And see,
some
I didn't know I thought he started all that time, dude. He won like six of them championships coming out the bench.
right, but he won like I started really not rocking with him, but I started really giving him his props as the top small forward of all time when he won the championships as the head dude. So
Uh, he,
I forgot he was even with Bill Russell and them.
uh, I think he got like eight championships all together, but he
That's a
won
good
like
number one pick, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. That kind of made me want to take it back. Like this dude
that,
was a six man off the bench, and then he came back and won championships on his own.
and that was cause it's like Lou Will. and Crawford, they good for coming off and scoring 20. Hondo was doing the same thing and contributing to championship. Like
And then he
Ginobili
did
too.
it. He did it as the man.
Then he did it as the man. Even
And you know what?
Even like Ginobili, when he became a starter, he was an all-star.
You know what? You got that. I take this one of this is rare to happen, but I take my pick back. I move everybody back one. Mikel, you can get off the top five. Hondo got to be my number one. I forgot about John Havlicek, and he proved everything about a six man. Like, look, I came off the bench with Bill Russell. Once that boy retired, I was like, fuck that. We ain't done. I got two more women. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling Bill I'm the man. He was tripping. So yeah, John Havlicek.
Havlicek steals it. Havlicek stole the ball.
That's it.
That's it.